Welcome to the Ask Jordan podcast, answering your questions about selling on Amazon. Now, with a mouth bigger than any fulfillment center from Long Island, New York, here's your host, Jordan Malik.
Hello, Amazon sellers. This is Jordan Malik. I'm your host of the Ask Jordan podcast. Hey, this is our 36th episode. We've had over 32,000 downloads to date. That's since March 2014, just about, 4 or 5 months ago. Excuse me. So that's all thanks to you. This show is all about you. Your questions drive this show. If I had no questions coming in, if nobody had any questions about selling on Amazon, this show wouldn't exist. So thank you so much for making me part of your day. I've been receiving your emails and your compliments. I'm extremely pleased you like the show. I'm kind of an old school audio person myself. I create these podcasts. I'm not an avid podcast consumer or listener. I still, I'm putting CDs in the car, CD player. If the car has one, my wife just leased a car. It's got no CD player. So people are taking my episodes or other podcasts. They're streaming them, I guess, through their iPhone or their Android phone, or they're playing it through the radio somehow. I don't know, but whatever you guys are doing, it's great. I know that some of you have called in or emailed me, so you actually listen to episodes more than once. It's very flattering, and I'm glad that you're finding them helpful. This is the podcast. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome, by the way. This is where we only answer questions about selling on Amazon. So every episode, we answer a different question from you, the listener, that you contribute about selling on Amazon. If you missed an episode, just go to askjordan.net, askjordan.net. That's where all our episodes, our previous episodes and current episodes are listed. Also the links to get them on iTunes or to watch them on YouTube, you can find right there as well. Now, if you want to hear your voice on an episode and get 7 of my best-selling ebooks worth over $75, 100% free, hang around just for a few minutes. I'll tell you how you can do that after we answer today's question. And today's question is from David. Go ahead, David.
Hi, Jordan. This is David. I had a question for you. I passed up on a lot of opportunities to buy products because they didn't have a very good ranking. I was just wondering, when you're doing your research, how do you tell the difference between a product that has a bad ranking because of lack of supply or a bad ranking because of lack of demand? If I think I could get my mind around that, I'd make much better decisions. Because you see certain products, when there's a bunch of them in there, they sell really fast and then they sell out and the rank turns, to the bad side again. So I was just wondering if you could answer that for me. Thank you.
David, I like how you refer to the sales rank going to the bad side, like it's Darth Vader, right? So let's back up and let's talk about sales rank for a minute. For those who are new Amazon sellers that don't know, most Amazon products that are listed on Amazon.com have what's called a bestseller rank. But you're able to observe that rank if you go to Amazon.com, search for any product, any specific product, scroll down the product page where all the details are, and it'll say bestseller rank number 549 in toys. Or if it's a kitchen item, it'll say bestseller rank 141,000 in kitchen and dining, etc. So the lower the sales rank number, meaning the sales rank is 1, that's an extremely hot item. Sales velocity on Amazon is extremely high. It's selling. It's the top selling item within that category on Amazon. Say if your item has a sales rank of 1 million, that sales rank means it's at the moment in time, it's a kind of a very slow selling item, maybe 1 a day, if that. And that's going to vary depending on the category that you're in. A sales rank of 1 million in books ain't so bad, but a sales rank of 1 million in toys is almost a dud, right? But you have to remember, because a lot of sellers freak out over sales rank, and you have to remember that that sales rank is captures a moment in time. If a item is sold, let's say the item has a sales rank of 300,000 in toys. It's kind of a very slow selling item in toys. If a consumer buys just one item, one of those toys off of Amazon, that sales rank is going to improve dramatically. It's going to go from, say, 300,000 to like 60,000 or I don't know, 20,000. And everybody's trying to figure out exactly how Amazon gets the bestseller rank. That's a proprietary formula that they're using that nobody can crack. You can interpret it, and all of us who've been selling for a while interpret the sales rank in different ways. But it's essentially how well an item is going to sell at that moment in time. You could have, Garth Brooks, for instance, okay? Let's talk about Garth Brooks for a moment. He did something recently that had to do with, the Olympics or something. He was somewhere performing for a different country. And Garth Brooks has been off the radar for country music in a long time. And all of a sudden, he's hot now. And tickets are being scalped to go see him, etc. So, the Garth Brooks 1994 album on CD, rather, may have had a sales rank of 2.5 million in CDs 3 months ago. And then after he's been getting all this press, and I forget exactly what it's for, the sales rank on his albums, the sales obviously have picked up on his albums across the board. So all his that specific CD that he released in 1994 that had a sales rank of, say, 2.5 million may now be 1,000. Okay, so it's really a snapshot in time. Now, how do you figure out what a sales rank is when you're out scouting for products? And David, this may help you. I use an application on my phone. It's made for the iPhone or the Android phone. It's called Profit Bandit. Do a Google search for it. Profit Bandit. It's an application that you download on your iPhone or Android phone, and you use the built-in camera on your iPhone to take a snapshot of a barcode on an item. And then the information that comes back instantly or almost instantly to you is the item on Amazon, what other sellers are selling it for, roughly. I don't know if it shows you how many are in stock, but it'll tell you roughly how many sellers are selling it, the different prices for sellers who are selling it via FBA, the different prices that are selling it merchant fulfilled, how many are used, how many are new, etc. And it will give you the sales rank when applicable. There's some categories there's no sales rank shown, like consumer electronics. For whatever reason, generally, Amazon does not show the bestseller rank on that. But generally, most products will have a sales rank. If it's a brand new product, it's going to say NA. If it hasn't sold at all on Amazon, it's going to have a sales rank that says NA, N/A, meaning not available, meaning there hasn't been enough information gathered from Amazon to tell you what the sales rank is. So Google Profit Bandit, it costs $9.99 a month. This time, I do not make any money from Profit Bandit by referring you to them. That's what the folks who do a lot of retail, it's called retail arbitrage, buy low in stores to sell high on Amazon. They'll use the app called Profit Bandit. It's $9.99 US dollars per month. And you can cancel any time. And it's right now the only app that I'm using for my own scouting purposes. It costs about a third or less of a very similar competing service called Scan Power. For the life of me, I don't know why people are buying Scan Power at $30 some odd a month when you get everything, or 99% of what you're getting is the same as what you're getting for Profit Bandit for $9.99 a month. Anyway, that's what I use to figure out what the sales rank is. Now, David, to get specifics to your question, an item that is sold out on Amazon is going to have a steadily decreasing sales rank until the item is sold again. And for the item to be sold again, it has to be somebody has to send in the item. So this has happened to me before. I'll go out looking at products and I'll find a stainless steel nut roaster, and I'll scan it and have a sales rank of 300,000 in kitchen and dining, which is almost abysmal, right? But there's no sellers. The Profit Bandit app shows me that there's no sellers. That makes the incentive for me to buy the item almost immediate, because I know it's going to sell very quickly. Okay, even if it has a sales rank of, say, 300,000 or maybe even 1 million, I'm stretching it here. I'm going to buy it anyway because I'm going to be the only seller with that item. And somewhere, Amazon being like the number one online shopping destination for like the world, somewhere somebody's going to want that nut roaster and they're going to buy it. And I'm going to be the first one and the only one to have it. And I don't have to compete on price. I can price it more or less the way that I want to, reasonably, and sell the item and not have to worry about competition. So keep in mind that the sales rank is going to steadily get worse over time if it's never stocked. If you have an item with a sales rank of 100,000 and that item is no longer available on Amazon and sellers are not, third-party sellers don't have any to send in or they're not sending them in, that sales rank is going to get worse over time. It's going to go from 300,000 to 400,000 to 500,000 to 1 million because the sales rank reflects the sales velocity, the sell-through rate of that item, how quickly that item is selling. If you got zero quantity at Amazon, zero quantity available at all from any third-party seller on Amazon, that sales rank is going to steadily get worse. So as a general rule of thumb, very broad rule of thumb, and I'm going to give you resources to help you drill down on sales rank, but as a general rule of thumb, regardless of the category, I generally won't buy a product to resell if it has a sales rank of 150,000 or greater, unless the item is sold out. If when I scan that barcode or I look that item up and it shows me that there's no sellers with that item, that sales rank could be as quote unquote poor as 1 million. And I may still strongly consider buying that item to resell on Amazon because there's nobody else who's selling it. And that's happened to me several times. So David, here's 2 free online articles that are going to give you a lot of insight on sales rank. Okay. And by the way, depending on who you talk to, you're going to get a very different, if you start talking to other sellers, what they do about sales rank, you're going to hear 100 different sellers are going to give you 100 different answers. A lot of this is going to come through experience. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, you're going to figure out on your own how tolerant you are of an item with no sales rank. An item with a quote unquote bad sales rank. And you're going to have your own feel for how many sellers are there that you're competing with. It's going to vary widely, your reaction. If you're considering buying a product to resell on Amazon and it's got X amount of competing sellers and it's got a sales rank of whatever it is, doesn't matter if it's 100,000, 50,000, 400,000. Your reasons for buying it to resell on Amazon will vary greatly from the next seller. They may decide to buy it or may not to decide it based on completely different criteria. The more that you learn, that you read, and the more that you practice, and the longer you have under your belt selling items on Amazon, sourcing items on your own, the better understanding you're going to have of this. So here's the 2 links I was referring to. The first one is bit.ly. This is a redirect, by the way. bit.ly/decodingsr. bit.ly/ word decoding, decoding, SR, S as in Sam, R as in Roger. That's an article from Stephen Smotherman, who's a mega seller, who's analyzed sales rank very well, and he's a trusted partner of mine. The other one is bit.ly/decodingsr and the number 2. So just like the last link, bit.ly/decoding, DECODING, S as in Sam, R as in Roger, and the number 2. Both those links are all lowercase, and that's a guest posting from Peter Valley, who's an expert bookseller, and he has also kind of drilled down the definition of sales rank, what it means to him. You can stand to learn a lot from him as well. David gets all 7 of my ebooks. David, thank you for that question, by the way. David gets all 7 of my ebooks about selling on Amazon and eBay. David, just go to askjordan.net, click on the small envelope icon near the upper right-hand corner of the page. Send me an email so I know where to send your ebooks to. If you, the listener, want to submit a question to the podcast, have a chance to hear your voice, and win all 7 of my ebooks as well, like David just did, just call with your question, 516-619-ONLINE. That's 516-619-6654. And if you need that number again, just go to askjordan.net, scroll down a little bit, you'll see the instructions for calling in your question. If I choose your question, you get all 7 of my ebooks, and you'll hear your voice in my podcast. Hey, thanks so much for listening. This has been the Ask Jordan Podcast. We'll see you in our next episode.